I'm Kelli Rogers, and I currently live in Logan, which is south of Brisbane. I grew up in Brisbane. I was born here, and I've been back in Brisbane since 2007. So it's nearly 10 years I've been back in Brisbane, in Logan. So I'm a teacher mostly, and I studied drama back in my uni days, and it wasn't until I got a bit more confidence and I was a bit older that I sort of went, well, I want to write, I want to sing. I used to love to do gymnastics and things like that when I was very little, but I had to stop that, and so now I don't know why, I picked up a pencil and did some doodling one day, and then went back into some old journal writing I had and realised that I did lots of drawing. This is when I was at university, and I'd forgotten that I used to do it. So that got me thinking, I want to learn how to draw again. And as soon as I started to not even deliberately learn, I was just copying and drawing pencil sketches. I went, I really love this. So I used to be a drama teacher, and then I stopped and started to work in a primary school, and now I teach all of the arts, so visual art, dance, drama, music, media.
Now you were singing.
Yes, I've always wanted to sing, and I stopped singing again, forgot my passion, and now I'm doing it again. I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's life. It means life. I think we're meant to create as humans. I think that's what we're meant to do. Hopefully we create things in a positive way, not a destructive way. But being creative is like air. It's like breathing. I can't imagine life without expressing myself through some form of art, be it song or be it the textile art, or drawing, or writing.
Performing.
All of it. Just couldn't imagine. It's communication. It's this and this coming through your body and expressing yourself.
Perfect.
I think I realised it at a very young age, because I've been thinking a lot about singing lately and why I stopped singing. And I can remember stopping in primary school. So I was very little, and I knew I wanted to do it, but I stopped. And then it wasn't until I was in high school again, and I was trying to do drama and perform and do a whole heap of other stuff as well, that I thought to myself, this is something I have to do with my life. I reckon I probably would have been like grade 9, grade 10, so probably around 13 or something. I went, this is something I have to do.
Nice.
It'll either be something I feel compelled to do in the moment, so it's like a feeling inside of me and I know that I have to do that thing. Whether it's like write a story or write poetry or pick up my yarn and create something, or draw, or it'll be something I try to approach consciously. So like with this Picasso exhibition, and I'll read and I'll study, and then I'll journal, and then I'll stop and go and try to, I suppose, not meditate, but sit with what it is I've discovered. It's like I've written something, and then I'll sit down and I try to be still and quiet, and then create from that. So just see what comes from the connection of what I've done or read or seen or listened to or watched, and then just move into creating. And that's how I did my textile piece. Oh, my son.
Oh, it's a good one.
My favourite thing I've ever created. I was very proud to, and it's not my favourite, but I was really proud to write a couple of short stories this year. That was fun, and I pushed myself to do that because often I write and I put it away and I don't let anyone else read it or see it. But this year I forced myself to share it. So entered it into a competition, even though I didn't get anywhere. I was still very proud to have done that, which is good. But I think at the moment, what I'm working on, this textile piece, is my favourite thing. I'm going to find it hard to distance myself from it when I'm finished. Just go, that's it, done, and separate myself. Yeah, cut it from me.
So now it's like you're attached.
Yeah, well, when I work with it, it's because it's on my lap, I suppose, and I'm putting so much of my energy into it, and I keep thinking back to things that I've read that have inspired me to create it, which I suppose in a way is forming a connection between the study of the artist and the study of the artist's life and my own life, because this is in my life, it's on my lap in the lounge chair. You know, I'm interacting with my family while I'm doing it. I'm thinking about Picasso and his family while I'm doing it.
What is the
So
parallel?
all of that is going into this. So to actually, I suppose, part with it is going to be an interesting part of the process for me. Yeah, because and even though I don't know how many hours I've spent on this, but it's a long time, because I'll create one piece.
Yeah.
And then I'll, think about where that's got to go, and I don't know, I kind of work in the moment with it as I'm trying to process those thoughts about Picasso, and like I said, and life's happening around me, so yeah, it's to be brave and to challenge myself to do something I've never done before, which is share something that I've created publicly, really publicly, to put myself out there. Yeah.
So sharing one part of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I often have done things and I don't share them. I keep them for me. Yeah, I think part of me last year when you invited me to apply, part of me was like, I can't do that. I can't do that, and yet part of me was like, why not? So how am I feeling? Chaos, madness, and yet I don't know if I would have thought that before. And I think it's an idea that evolves and it shifts. So as I learn something new, I see something new, and I also think within that, the chaos and that madness is a search for something. I don't know what, but I see journey and a search for something in a lot of his work. Principal idea.
Oh, ideas?
Ideas.
That one.
So I was trying to explain this to someone the other day. I think I'm looking at Picasso's relationship. So the relationship I've started to form with the idea of Picasso, then his relationship to his own creation and art, and then his relationship to family, and then also my relationship to each of those concepts. So, and his relationship to others as well, like lovers, family, all that sort of stuff. So, just relationships. And the interplay between those, I suppose, because each is very distinct, very different. Yeah, to represent in one of my pieces, I don't know how yet, I've been doing sketches and things, was that the year he died was the year I was born. And so I often go, wow, that's interesting. You know, he passed away earlier in that year, and then however many months later I came into the world. So that shift in, you know, time and space and all of that. So I'm presenting a piece that's a textile work, and it's using different yarns, and each yarn is made of different materials, so all natural fibres. And then I'm hoping to present soft pastel and charcoal on cotton paper. And then another piece, which has started to kind of be formed, is meant to be in collaboration with my husband. So we were talking the other day.
Name?
Brett. We were talking the other day about he was looking at some of my work, and he was talking to me about, once again, that he doesn't like Picasso's work.
So you agree?
Yeah, but he saw something different, I suppose, in my work, and some of the sketches I'd shown him, which made him, I don't know how he saw the work, but when he was describing a vision, he said he saw it, you know, these sort of things coming off the wall, or, you know, and I kind of started to see it moving away from being a flat 2D piece to being something quite three-dimensional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the material? Do you have an idea?
Yeah, material would again be use of like canvas or just the cotton paper with the pastels and the charcoal, but then my fibre art coming out of that. It's interesting, I suppose, doing that one piece with his input and collaboration is that it could go anywhere.
And it's another relationship.
Yeah. Added into all the connections that I'm talking about, trying to represent. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh no.
All right, so thank you so much for this time,
Thank
for
you,
the interview.
Gemma. Yeah.
And I am very happy with your participation.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.